Well, good morning. Once again, I'm Dave Barnhart with Manning Media. We want to say thanks to everyone for joining us this morning for our introductory session on digital advertising for local businesses. I'm with Manning Media Marketing Solutions. We're based in Hagerstown and Frederick, Maryland, and we are a marketing solutions provider. You may know us best as being the operators of 1069 The Eagle, WWEG, and WAFY, Key 103. But we also have been providing marketing solutions, not only using broadcast radio advertising, but digital display advertising as well. So we want to just kind of share what digital advertising looks like for businesses of all sizes. And just so you have an idea that whenever you're approached by anyone talking to you about digital advertising, you'll have a pretty good understanding, pretty good idea behind what goes into digital advertising itself. So again, my name's Dave Barnhart. I'm the digital marketing manager. Also with us on our panel is Christina McCall. She's our digital marketing specialist. And if you have any questions while we're going through this material, please feel free to put them into the chat. Christina is going to be able to answer your questions in the chat while we're going through the webinar. But we will have a Q&A session at the end. But if you've got something immediate and you want to just have a quick conversation about a quick question and answer, then Christina can help out with that. So let's get started with how digital ads are targeted. All digital ads are geographically targeted, and you can start at the very broadest by country, narrow it down to state, go a little bit further into cities. You can utilize zip codes. You can even utilize radiuses around locations. In certain instances, some radiuses can get down as close as 200 to 500 feet around a particular location. But digital ads targeted geographically can appear on desktops, laptops, smartphones, tablets, and gaming devices. Now, digital ads come in all shapes and sizes, both display and in video. And video has become very predominant in today's world. Now, what we're showing you here is this is all the different types of digital display advertising that Manning Media can provide. There may be other vendors out there that can do some of these things, but I'm not really aware that there's too many of them out there that can do all of these things much the way that we can. So display ads. Display ads go across all devices appearing on websites or apps, and they're using targeting strategies. The most common display ads that you see are the medium rectangle, that's a 300 by 250, a leaderboard, which is a 728 by 90, and these are sizes that graphic artists use to build out ads. And then a mobile leaderboard, the 320 by 50, and most often you'll see that displayed at the bottom of your smartphone. So how can digital ads be targeted? Well, there are these particular ways that they can be targeted. First, you're going to decide on what's the geographic area you want to reach, and then you can layer in any of these targeting strategies. And depending upon, how many ads you're trying to deliver and what method you're using, you might be able to layer in multiple targeting strategies. So, targeting options for display ads using behavioral categories. This is going to show your display ads to specific consumers based on their previous online behavior across all devices. So here we have a young lady who has watched a video on fitness. She's made a purchase online of organic groceries, shared a tweet about a new protein bar. We're looking at a consumer who's visiting websites, and we're able to track their behaviors. And those actions are going to include, the websites that they visit, the pages that they view, clicks that they've clicked on, other ads, searches, repeat visits, time spent, and elements like that. And all of that info gets compiled into a behavioral category that we can target with the ads. So her behavioral categories are going to include interest in organic groceries, health food, fitness equipment, athletic apparel. Now, there are literally thousands of behavioral categories, and they cover a very wide gambit of interest and all different types of services that someone might be interested in, what types of shopping they like to do, Just all sorts of different things can be compiled into behavioral targeting. So targeting options for display ads can also include keywords. Now, this is not to be confused with keyword targeting utilizing Google AdWords. And this is more about the content or the context that the ads are going to appear. It's going to be showing your display ads on web pages and apps that contain keywords related to your business. And again, going across all device types. So you're reaching people who are on web pages and apps. So they're going to feature your keywords. And this is how we are able to go ahead and then display your ad. So if someone is looking on a web page on how to buy a diamond engagement ring, there's an ad for an engagement ring from a local jeweler. Now, again, keyword targeting is not Google Ads or pay per click. And there's a real good reason why. We don't necessarily recommend that very, very strongly. It can be done, most definitely can be done, but less than 5% of searchers actually click on paid ads. And we're looking at, desktop searcher behavior. You can see there 4.61% of paid advertising was activated. On mobile search behavior, 4.5% of paid advertising was clicked on. So with keyword targeting, we're not showing ads on Google search results. We're showing your ad on websites that people click to where your keywords would appear. And you should, take advantage of all the keyword opportunity that you can. And we can utilize a keyword target list of up to 500 different words and phrases. Now, artificial intelligence is a newer targeting option for display ads. We're able to show your display ad to people using machine learning to target the consumers based on who is engaging with the ad, again, across all devices. So this is how AI works. So the ad is going to be shown in a geographic area that you choose, and there's no targeting categories layered in. Data is constantly collected and analyzed every minute about who has engaged with that ad. So that's going to include things like clicks and conversions, the browser type, the device type, the ad creative sizes, the types of websites and the apps, and so much more. All of that data is constantly collected every minute and then analyzed so that your ad can be shown to more people, just like the ones who have already engaged with it. Retargeting. This is going to be where we follow people after they leave your website and show them your display ad on other websites and apps that they go to, again, across all devices. So we have a potential customer who comes to a website and they do not convert. And by convert, we mean take the action that you have already described that you want them to take. So they don't convert. We're going to drop a cookie into their browser. They're going to visit some popular websites and see the ad. And then ultimately, the desire for retargeting is to have them click on that ad and come back to your website another time to go through that conversion process. 98% of web traffic does not convert on their initial visit. And that is they're not doing what you want them to do the first time they come to your website. That's why retargeting is so critical to any display campaign. So how retargeting works. So HTML code is placed on your website and it's going to attach to the browser of your visitor. When your visitor leaves and they browse the web, that stored code on their browser tells the servers of the websites we've purchased ads on to display your ads to those people. So you want to do retargeting without making people feel like this, that they're going to be stalked until they buy something. And there are certain providers out there who will actually put time limits that can be anywhere from 90 to 120 days to continue to offer retargeting ads to those who have come to your website. And after a while, that simply becomes annoying. So we use frequency caps, and we also employ conversion tags. So a frequency cap, that's the number of times that someone is actually going to see your ad. It's customized by campaign, and it's an algorithm that's going to optimize for how many times a person should be served an ad based on the retargeted user and how they're engaging with your campaign. For some folks, they may be retargeted more times than others. So a conversion tag, again, it's getting people to do what you want them to do on your website. The conversion tag is a code that's placed on your website that will stop that ad tracking so that once your visitor converts, they no longer see the ad. Once they've done what you asked them to do, they're not going to be continuously retargeted with an ad. So what are some potential conversions that you can track? So they can make a purchase on your website if you offer e-commerce. They can download info or a discount offer from your website. They could fill out a contact us form. They could register for a newsletter or some other sort of offer. They could sign up for a VIP type membership, click to a certain page or a product on your website, click on a specific button on a page. Or you could track clicks on a phone number on the website from a mobile phone. And if you have an interactive chat box, activations on that chat box. All of those elements are potential conversions to track. And with retargeting, you can actually segment your audience to show different ads to different viewers. So it's going to be based on the web page that they visit on your site. So again, back to the jeweler example, someone has looked at the web page regarding rings, but they didn't convert. We're going to go ahead and drop a cookie onto their browser, and we're going to show them ads for rings. Same jeweler, but someone else is looking at watches on that site. Going to drop the cookie, and when we retarget them, going to retarget them with ads for watches. So these particular targeting strategies can be used with other types of ads as well. So again, retargeting keyword, AI behavioral, all of those can be used with other types of ad delivery, including native ads. Native ads are display or video ads that can go across all devices again, and they actually are going to match up the look and feel and the context of the website or app where they're being seen. And we're using targeting strategies once again. So ads could take any of 100 of different formats, depending upon the device, the website, the size of the device itself, and how much real estate there is to be able to show an ad. These are ads that are literally dynamically generated in real time. So previously when I showed you, there were specific ad sizes, 300 by 250, 728 by 90. These are ads that are going to be dynamically generated in real time, and they're going to literally be built right there inside of the ad space that is available on that website. So again, it's going to look like this one on one site, on one website, and then it could look like this on another. That's when the native ad is going to appear to look different. The colors could change, the fonts could change, the format could change, and that's what makes it native. It makes it native to the site itself or to the app. So how can you target native ads? Again, with the behavioral, keyword, artificial intelligence, retargeting, and even with email matching. So again, you decide on that geographic area where you want to reach, and then you can layer in any of these targeting strategies. Mobile conquesting. Now, this is location-based, and it's also going to incorporate demographic and behavioral targeting to reach consumers with display and video ads on mobile devices only. So targeting options for mobile conquesting. So you decide on that geographic area, and then we're going to layer in online behavior, and that's going to target people who are showing specific behaviors online or are in a certain demographic. Offline behaviors, targeting people where they've been tracked on their phone most recently, such as a location, a business, or even a specific brand name store. And we can add in some additional ways to target. So you can target people in real time while they are at your competitors or businesses or specific locations or events. That's called geofencing. You can continue to target them after they leave those locations. That's geo-retargeting. And then you can continue to target people after they leave the locations that we're geofencing and target them to those people's neighborhoods. So that's geo-retargeting lookalike. So if you'd like to target someone on a particular type of weather, weather triggers. Say, last week we want to let people know that we've got snow chains for sale, or snow tires for sale, or heating oil for sale, because within 3 days we're going to have up to a foot of snow. We have a weather forecast trigger that's available that would have delivered ads for businesses like that who are selling ice melt, elements like that. So we can serve your ads when a weather condition's been selected, and it's either happening right now or even when it's up to a 3-day forecast ahead of time. There are no demographic or behavioral categories included with this. It's all based upon the weather element that's been chosen, hot or cold, rainy or snow. If you have a customer list, this is another way to use mobile conquesting. We can target people from a list of home addresses and serve ads to them when they are at that address. And we can continue to follow them after they leave that address and show them your ads. That's address retargeting. So what type of lists are good to use? Well, you can use your current or past customers. You can use CRM data that you've collected from your CRM system. Purchased lists only if it is an opt-in to be marketed to. You will need at least a minimum of 100 addresses to make address targeting work. And there are some additional ways to target there. You can target people in real time while they are at your competitors or at a specific location or event. We talked about geofencing. And then you can geo-retarget them again from that list. And then you can continue to target them when they go back into their own neighborhood, and that's geo-retargeting lookalike from addresses. So you can also use address targeting for weather triggers. So one great thing about mobile conquesting is that we can track on-site visits for people who have been served your ad. We can actually track who's seen the ad, and then they come back into your business within 2 weeks of seeing it, and we can show that on monthly reports. So here's a question that comes up. How do I know if my digital advertising is actually working? Okay, impressions are being delivered. That's one way. You're going to see from reporting that you're getting activations, that you're getting clicks on your ad. View throughs. Now, view through is something where someone sees your ad, but they don't actually click on it. They go ahead and open up another tab in their browser and go directly to your website using that HTML code we were talking about earlier, a container tag. Google Tag Manager, it's one of those elements that we can track and share with you that while your ad was not activated, we know that someone came to your website by tracking view throughs. You've got a conversion tracker on your website, and you've got people going and doing one of those elements that we talked about earlier, whether it's downloading information from your website, signing up for a membership, asking for you to contact them, whatever it may be. A conversion tracker is going to help you know if your digital advertising is working. You can see an increase in traffic to your website. That's another clue that your digital advertising is working. Through Google Analytics, if you've installed Google Analytics on your website, you want to make sure that whoever you're working with is utilizing something called a UTM code. And a UTM code is the ability to track an ad as a source or as a medium that's coming to your website. And you're actually able to identify different campaigns and different ad types. And you're able to go ahead and see which one is coming to your site and creating a session start and generating new users to your site, pages being viewed, elements like that. Google Analytics is a critical piece of understanding, how well a digital advertising campaign is working. If you don't have that installed on your website currently, ask us and we'll help you. It's a marvelous tool, and it's one that continues to evolve. Again, if you go ahead and utilize live chat, if there are leads being generated out of live chat. Ultimately, the real way to know if that advertising is working is, are the phones ringing and are the doors swinging? So if you would like to have some help with any of these pieces of digital advertising, we're very happy to just kind of give you a review of your current digital status, Christina McCall, myself, or you can just go to manningmediainc.com, check out our website, look at all of the information that we have on there regarding some of the pieces that we talked about here today, the digital advertising, using the behavioral categories, using native advertising, using mobile conquesting, and there's a great deal more. And you can contact us and we'll be happy to, again, offer a no obligation review of your current digital status. And we do so because we are a solutions provider. We're not really trying to push any particular product on someone. We just want to let you know that here's where you stand, and here's what we can do to help you. So it looks like Kelly has a question for us. If you have a list of customers for mobile tracking, can it figure out who to close and target those ads to those people? Let's see. Christina, is that a question we can answer here quickly? Meaning the people who have been near them. Go ahead, Christina.
Not necessarily. They have to be physically near them.
I don't think it necessarily has a particular selection process to it, other than identifying the individual who has the same sort of behavior. So it's literally with mobile conquesting and with the retargeting and using lookalike audiences, it's able to go ahead and identify if you're within a range of folks and they're showing the same behaviors that you have shown, similar interests, or you've gone to some of the similar locations, and or even have similar shopping interests, then the capability is to go ahead and deliver ads to those folks that are nearby. I think that answers your question. So we have come literally to the Q&A part of our webinar here, and just want to see if anybody else has any other questions for us. So again, Manning Media is a marketing solutions provider. We're based here in Hagerstown in Frederick, Maryland, and we're happy to help out anyone at all who has an interest in trying to learn more about digital display. Of course, we are a heritage radio operation as well, with significant radio audiences here in Central Maryland, Eastern Panhandle of West Virginia, and the Northern Shenandoah Valley. So if you have questions about marketing, about advertising, about event marketing, all different types of ways to get messages out there, please feel free to just reach out to us. You can contact us through our website, and we'll be happy to answer any questions that you may have, again, with no obligation. We're not going to try and push something on you. We just want to be able to provide you with the information so that you can make the right decisions for marketing for your firm. Next week, we are going to be talking about some advanced digital marketing techniques. So if you'd like to join us again, please go back to manningmediainc.com and you can register for our webinar for next Tuesday. So thanks very much. We appreciate your attention, and we hope everyone has a terrific day.